Hey everyone, it's Dr. Arlene Diamco. I'm an integrative physician, a pediatrician, and cranial osteopath, and my mission is to help bring the intuitive aspects of health back to medicine in practical and tangible ways so that you can access deeper healing and experience more peace, love, and joy in your everyday lives. So, a great big happy new year to all of you. I am hoping for peace, love, and joy and infinite miracles for everybody. And for this episode, I thought that I would go through a new year reset for body, mind, and spirit. This is a way for you to set your compass for the year. So I'm going to go through that. And this will be a very brief episode, and we'll go through ways to set your compass for the body, set your compass for the mind, and for spirit. And at the very end, because it's only 2 weeks into the new year, but so much has been happening. And I feel the need to just take a moment and have some reflection and meditation, a mindful moment, so that we can create this healing nest for ourselves and the world, and so much that's going on, the fires in California, and so much going on for individuals and communities all over the world. So I hope that you will stay till the end and join me for that mindful moment. So first, oh, in terms of setting your compass for the new year, you can use your subconscious as a search engine. So if you ask it questions, you can prime your nervous system, even if you don't have the answers. And then in time, the universe will deliver the answers for you. So you just need to set your compass. So if we're thinking from the body, it would be questions like, how can I move my body and stretch and be more flexible today? How can I nourish myself more today? And if you ask yourself these questions when you wake up, before you go to sleep at night, then your subconscious is going to start working on that for you. And if you think about different things that you could implement, then it makes you remember those things. Like, what can I feed myself that's going to be nourishing for myself? You could start implementing very easy things like Concord grape juice, which is amazing to help your gut reset its carbohydrate metabolism. Just take about 2 to 4 ounces of Concord grape juice, dilute it down by 25% with water, and then sip on that about 30 minutes before meals. So you could do this anywhere from 1 to 4 times a day. So 30 minutes before meals, and then also at bedtime. So what this does is the healthy antioxidants and the kinds of sugars in the Concord grape juice help to occupy your gut cells, so that when they do get the carbohydrate load from the meal, that they are processing it more smoothly. So you don't get those swings, those ups and downs of the sugars and the insulin, and you don't get as much of that brain fog feeling after you eat. It's an amazing thing to do. We just taught a course this last weekend for physicians and osteopaths, other kinds of osteopaths from Canada and the US, and they got to experience that firsthand. We did it 30 minutes before a meal, and then to see how they were able to process. So it is remarkable, and I hope that you get a chance to try that out and incorporate that into your New Year's wellness routine. And then how often that you need to do it, it really just depends on the need, because some people are using it for a bigger metabolic reset. Maybe there's troubles with weight and needing to lose weight. It's helpful for that, and it helps you reduce cravings for things, so you will avoid overeating as much. Try it out, see what you notice. I would love to hear from you. Let me know in the comments, and I will get back to every comment that I see as I can. Another thing you could do is, if you feel like you need just a little something sweet, is you could have a little piece of honeycomb. So the honey with the honeycomb. The honeycomb is nutritious. It has B vitamins and other nutrients in there. And that combination of the honey with the honeycomb, it doesn't give you as that spike in the sugar. And just a little bit, don't overdo it. but just to satisfy that mind and the craving for something sweet, because it can be nourishing. It's sweet, that flavor of sweetness, the taste of sweetness, it reminds us of childhood. And then when we're babies, the mother's milk is actually sweet. And then through childhood, like you associate it with like treats and like fun times. And sometimes it just feels good to give yourself like a little bit of a sweet treat without overdoing it and without having the fluctuations and effects with the other organs in your body. So that is something that you can do with the Concord grape juice, the honeycomb, and then every day you ask yourself, how can I nourish my body more today? And that will be your guiding light. So we're creating these guiding lights for body, mind, and spirit. So then we move on to the mind. And what I have started doing is talking to my future self. You might have heard of future self journals or using vision boards to help yourself feel and live in that vibration of whatever your dreams are, your desires are now. And so, what I've been starting to do is actually to talk to my future self that has already done, accomplished, is living whatever it is I would like to do. So we are actually, for me, we are building a school first, like, virtually, and having like in-person classes and virtual classes. It's called School of Stillness, where everyone is a healer. And what I've been doing is imagining myself talking to my future self who has already built the school, and we're having all these classes where people can help themselves and help themselves heal and empower themselves, and they can help their families and have this ripple effect all through the world. So many people have been curious about what I've learned in terms of integrative medicine, holistic medicine, osteopathy, and would like to be able to incorporate some things into their lives. And I've been teaching the physicians, but we also were hoping to teach like all kinds of people, because it's not that you don't just have to be a physician to be able to heal yourself, to be able to address your own health. Yes, you might need some help with a physician or another healthcare practitioner, but there are many things that you can do for yourself. And so we are wanting to incorporate that. And so anyway, that was my example of like talking to my future self. So every day I ask my future self, like, what step do I need to take today for that? And again, you can do this before you go to sleep, where the veil is thin between the subconscious and the conscious awareness. And in that, you can access, you have more access to your intuition and from guidance from the universe. So you can prime that before you go to sleep, give thanks for the day, ask your questions, and set your intentions. And that way, you can get the most out of your sleep and your dream time. And so, if you have anything that you would like to do, you don't have to wonder, you don't have to ask, like, you don't have to know every single step along the way. Just the asking of it and letting your subconscious get to work for you will deliver you answers. I have done this so many times. I've done it for teaching classes, for innovating, for figuring out things through treatments. I just myself, ask the universe before I go to sleep, show me what I need to know. Show me the answer, or show me how to look at this so that I can navigate it more smoothly. And you give thanks even before you get the answer, and that really helps to raise your vibration and set your compass. You set your compass, you helped yourself rejuvenate it at night, get the most out of your sleep. And then in the morning, you set your compass for the day, aligning your will with that of the divine. Again, talking to your future self and asking, what steps do I need to take today? You don't have to take every step. You just need to know what you need to do at this very moment and today. And then that moves us into spirit, which really all of this is kind of integrating, of course, like body, mind, and spirit. We can't truly separate them. So these things I'm talking about with the body and then with the mind, they also apply with spirit. And if we're setting our compass, I love this Louise Hay mantra, which she uses for any issues, if you have any problem, then she says to say, all is well. Everything's working out for my highest good. And out of this experience, only good will come, and I am safe. Let me read that one more time for you and see if you can feel it. All is well. Everything's working out for my highest good. And out of this experience, only good will come, and I am safe. And she said, Louise Hayes is already passed now, but she had said that if it's a small issue, she might say that a few times. And if it's a big issue, she would say, I will babble it incessantly because it helps to create this vibration and frequency within you that the universe will match. And it's it's hard to say in difficult times when things are going on and during, chaotic times and when you feel there's a lot of loss and despair, it is hard to say. But to know that we don't know the reason why everything is happening, but to know that we are supported through it no matter what, and for some reason, it's part of our journey and especially part of our soul's journey. The human suffering is not it's not simply to suffer, but for it's there's something about the soul's journey that it's going through, and we won't have all the answers for that at any one moment, but to just let yourself to sink and trust into that you are supported at all moments, the hard ones, the easy ones, all the ones in between. So if I feel triggered by something, I'll coach myself through it. And you can do the same for yourself. So if I feel my body tense up, I'll acknowledge it. I'll acknowledge the tension and then I'll have some sort of curiosity about it. I'll breathe into it and release my body, like relax into it with my breath. And so if I'm laying down in bed, then I'll just pretend that I am in this infinite trust fall into the loving arms of the universe or angel wings or whatever feels loving and encouraging and supportive for you. So it's this endless, infinite trust fall. And if you are laying in bed, you feel that support physically by the bed. So there's no fear that you're actually falling. And so you can coach yourself through letting yourself feel that fall into the bed. So you're basically allowing yourself to relax into the moment, even if there's difficulties. And in that way, you're allowing yourself to trust in something greater, trust in the universe, and feel that support. So a relaxed a relaxed strength is much stronger than a tense strength. And so this is why I'll do these exercises and I'll walk people through them as well, because a relaxed strength is much stronger than a tense strength. And they know this in martial arts, in Tai Chi, and yoga. And you can try it out for yourself, especially if you're working with a martial arts person or a Tai Chi instructor. This is how I first learned it, where if you relax your body, it's not completely passive, it's not completely tense, but there's something in between where it's relaxed and you know yourself, then that is much stronger than if you were to tense up and make the same position. And then ask yourself similar questions. And so this has to do with the grander perspective of things. How can I love myself more today? How can I be more gentle and kind to myself today? How can I be more patient with myself today? And knowing that in being loving to myself, I am better able to help others, to serve humanity, to help the world. And it all starts with that being with yourself. And so, with that, I would like to take just a mindful moment for California and for any other communities or individuals going through particularly hard times. So we can sit here together in some quiet. You could close your eyes. You could perhaps, depending on your where you are, if you're sitting or in bed, not while you're driving, but allow yourself to feel that infinite trust in the universe and feel that expansion and light within yourself. Imagining if you had angel wings or if you had wings of any kind, whatever you would like to imagine, where would they sprout out? And imagine them opening up as they would like to in time, not forced, big and symmetric, and letting that support you, opening up the back of your heart, rounding back your shoulders, opening up the front of your heart. And then from there, imagining a nest of light and love around California, around anyone in particular that needs it, around other areas of the world, even putting the whole earth in this nest of light and love, like the loving hands of the universe holding it, knowing that even in difficult times, all is well somehow from the greater perspective of things, that we are always supported. And in this nest, asking that whoever needs it feels extra support during these times. And just breathing that in and knowing that everyone is receiving it, even if you aren't fully aware of it. It's like trusting that. And then from there, setting this compass for your being, you can ask too, the universe of stillness, like, what step can I do today to be kind and loving to myself and be kind and loving to others? And so you can decide for yourself what step that you need to take today to be of that service to the world. So thank you for joining me today and for staying through that mindful moment. I am hoping for heaps of love and infinite miracles for you today, always, throughout the new year. Lots of love to all of you. I'll see you next time on another episode of The MultiDimensional MD.